Good afternoon. My name is Matthew Gama, or Mr. Gama. This is for geometry. What I'm going to do today in this video is kind of introduce our class. I'm going to go through the syllabus, how I grade assignments, some things about Google Classroom, and some useful tips or links and things like that I've given the students for this year. So to start, let's look at the syllabus. So some things about the syllabus is the materials needed. So every day they should have their Chromebooks, and it should be charged, but they could bring a charger just in case if not. The reason is because everything in my class is pretty much virtual. I have a health situation that does not allow me to take handouts in, so they even upload their handouts and things like that. I'll go through that after. But that's why essentially they definitely need their Chromebook pretty much every day and make sure that they're charged. Another thing you'll see is the binder or folder. And this is because of the way I do notes. So for notes, you can see, and I post every set of notes so that they're printable if people are absent and things like that. So what I do is I give guided notes where they're kind of already set with the questions and things like that, so the kids don't have to copy them down and waste a little class time copying down like examples and things like that. So they have them in hand, and that's why they need the binder or folder, so that they can organize them and keep all those notes together. It's the same thing with the worksheets. Another thing is the notebook. I told them that it's good to have the notebook just in case we do some extra random problems, or they run out of space on the guided note sheet, or they need to do out some examples for a worksheet. Alright, so that's the materials really needed. Those are just the regular classroom rules from the school. Grading. So I usually do like 10% participation, so them joining in on class or asking questions, they're going to get that full percentage. Then classwork and homework are together as a grade percentage of 25%, and that's just because most of the time I give the classwork and I give a good amount of time in class so that they should be able to finish, but if not, then they have to finish for homework. So it's a combination of classwork, homework. So it's really only homework if they do not finish. As for quizzes are also 25%. Usually it's maybe one a section, but it's usually a couple sections for each quiz. And then at the end of each topic, they have a unit assessment or topic assessment. That's 40% of their grade. I'm after school in the same room that our class is in. The kids know this. I told them if they want to meet virtually, we can set up a virtual meet, even if it's later in the day, as long as they just let me know beforehand. But I'm available a lot. The revision policy is stated here. They can revise one assessment per quarter. They need to have at least a 45 on the original to be able to revise. And then you take the average of the both, and the highest grade they can get is a 70. And the revisions need to take place within 5 days of the grade. And if they're absent for worksheets and things like that, usually I'll extend it a day or two so that they have time after school or things like that to meet with me if they have any questions. But that's really just the syllabus. What I'm going to do now is go through some things in our Google Classroom. The syllabus, if you want to access it, it's in our Google Classroom right at the bottom. We also have something called remind.com, which is a nice tool that looks like this, and it allows the students to essentially instant messenger me, kind of like Facebook Messenger or something like that, when they have questions on the worksheets or Math Excels at home, or they're studying for a test and they don't understand something. They can message me right away, and I can answer any questions they have. And I can attach, I think, videos, and I can definitely attach pictures so I can explain things to them and kind of send it off to them. Also, I'll use it as a way of announcing or reminding when things are due, if people are missing certain things that are due the next day. And it's nice because the kids can also download the app on their phone, so they can message me on their phone at home really easily rather than trying to pull out a Chromebook and go to Google Classroom. Like I said earlier, I post the blank notes. Then also, while I go through the notes, each day I'll post a PDF of everything we go through on the board together, and it looks like this. And then if it takes more than one day, I'll delete that first day one, and I'll just make a PDF of day 1 and day 2 together, which I did here, and it has all the notes that we went through. So if they were absent, something like that, they can catch up and look at that. I usually post it either directly right after class or right after school ends that day. The next thing is the weekly agenda website. This is definitely a useful tool for the kids as well as parents if you'd like to look at this. And it kind of gives an upcoming schedule for, say, this week. Sometimes I'll have stuff for next week, like I have something already up for Monday that I plan to do. Yes, things change depending on assignments and time and all different other factors, but these are kind of like my general schedule, and obviously it's flexible and it could move around, but for the most part it's what I expect from the students each day. And I'll usually have up definitely the current week and usually maybe the next week after. And then the last thing is the assignments. They get Math Excel assignments, which is through Pearson. And what they do is they open this website, Pearson, and then they have an online assignment. It's almost like an online worksheet where they go through certain questions. I'll show you what it looks like once it loads. All right, and so what they do is they'll go through like these 15 questions. Usually, if they get one wrong, then it'll kind of tell them what they got wrong. They'll give them a new question, and then they'll retry that question. So that's what the Math Excel looks like. They will also get assignments like a regular worksheet, okay, which is also posted through Pearson, but they get the hard copy in class as well if they like to do it on hard copy, but they can just edit the PDF online and submit it virtually too. But once they're done with the worksheets, what I have them do is take pictures of their worksheet and then upload it to this assignment and then turn it in that way rather than handing in a physical paper to me. Well, that's really it. If you have any more questions, there's the link posted in that document for open house, and you can click on that link and ask me any questions during this period's time, which is period 3. All right. Have a great night, guys, and thank you.